I'm Michelle Kennedy, and in today's Reporter Stories, we're going to be talking about what to wear. So a couple of things, what to wear, like physically, colors, no stripes, that kind of thing. And then also, how do I afford clothing for a new job? So this is a good question that I get from a lot of students, and it's tough when you don't have a lot of money, and usually the first job is not going to pay too much, and I'll talk more about pay in another episode, but I'll tell you what I did. So when I got my first job, I ended up going to a consignment store. So this is used clothing where people bring in used clothing and then they get a cut of what it's sold for. And so usually the consignment stores are going to be, since they're reselling them, since the person's getting a cut, it's going to be nice clothes. And if you go to a nice neighborhood like I did, you're going to get the clothes of some more wealthier people if you want some more like designer brands. And that's what I did. I found a nice neighborhood. I went to a consignment store and I found these like really nice blazers that were super cheap. And I bought a bunch of them. And I bought a couple of pair of I think they were both black, like a couple pair of pants. And then I just mixed and matched. You can also go to Ross. You can also go to Goodwill. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg to get your wardrobe going because it's too expensive. So I would highly suggest, using some of those used clothing options, or like I said, do like a Ross or a Marshalls with discounted name brands as well. Get a couple of blouses that you can put, with the blazers and just mix and match that stuff up. You only need a handful of different blazers. You can also use coats. When you're doing stand-ups and live shots when it's cold, that can kind of serve, a nice coat can serve kind of as a blazer. Put a little scarf on there to mix it up. Sorry, my eye's itching. And so I wouldn't freak out too much about that and, kind of buy new ones as you go and make a little bit more money. And that's how I did it for the first couple of jobs because it took a while for me to make some money where I could actually afford anything, really. You want to avoid stripes and kind of weird patterns. This looks okay right here, but if I was in the studio, I think this would be okay. But sometimes when you've got lines like this, the camera kind of picks it up and makes it go like this. And especially like hardcore stripes or plaids, it will kind of move it. And you don't want that to happen because you don't want the viewer to be distracted. And so you want simple, stay away from prints, like solid colors. Find the colors that you feel you look best in. Buy those colors so you look vibrant on camera. Avoid white. A lot of times the lights can blow that out and it doesn't look good. And also figure out what the green screen in your studio is. Most of the time it's green. Sometimes it might be like blue. And don't wear that color. Because if you do a little live shot from the studio in front of the green screen where they pop up a picture, next to you or behind you of the scene you're talking about, your body that has that color will disappear into the screen and it'll look funny like a little ghostly thing, but that's not cool when you're doing a live shot. So you want to think about that too. If you're anchoring, you would also think about what's the set behind you. If it's blue, you probably don't want to blend in with the blue, so you might have to avoid blue if you've got a blue backdrop. So all of that think about, but mainly the thing that I want you to take away is simplicity. Wearing jewelry is fine, but you don't want these big crazy earrings with all this stuff going on or necklaces because again, if people are looking at your earrings, they're not listening to you as much. You want to keep it very simple so that they are listening to you. Another side note too, and I believe I talked about this in another Reporter Stories, but it's making me think about this presentation-wise. If and when you make a resume reel to get a job, make sure, obviously, that you're thinking about these wardrobe ideas and what to wear, what not to wear, but make sure you have a uniform look. So putting that resume reel together, I don't want to have a stand-up on there where I have this hairstyle, which is longer, and then I have another one that's like really short hair, because a news director will look at that and say, does she have short hair or long hair? They want to know who they're going to get when they walk into the room. What does this person look like now? So no major hairstyle changes, hair color changes, And in college, you are going through hairstyle changes. I certainly did. But I had to pick a hairstyle and go with it. And that was the uniform hairstyle on my tape or on my resume reel. If you have longer hair, like sometimes I'd wear it like this. Sometimes I'd wear it down to be on camera. That's totally fine. I'm talking about majorly different hairstyles to where they wouldn't know what you would look like. So think about that. All right, that's what I've got. See you next time.